Hello everyone. Today we will see about having clause in SQL. My previous video was on group by. So I would request you to check my channel, subscribe to my channel and check my previous videos on different topics I have covered on SQL to stay up to date, and there will be many more to come in future. So please subscribe to this channel and uh, stay stay alert with my upcoming videos. Okay, so let's start with having clause now today. So having clause is often used with group by clause to filter groups based on a specific list or condition. Okay, so when we are in my previous video, when I was talking about group by, I mentioned that group by is basically used to group your uh, uh, result with some particular field names that we use in after the select, and mostly we use group by for aggregator functions like mean, max, count, sum, average, etc. Okay, so having always recommended when you are using a group by if you want to specify any condition on your group by query. Okay, so let's start it. I have a sample table here which we'll use to write our queries. Select star from cells. So we have some data in this table, basically some example of sales data in which few customers are purchasing few products, and it is this table has product and customer ID, product name and quantity purchased and date of purchase. So this is just the definition of the data in our table. So we'll write a sample group by query and then we will use having to check how and when we can use it. So let's try. We will find out a few customers, right? So if you can see this column customer ID, so these are basically different customers, and few customers had have done different orders. Okay, so basically one record is kind of a order. In this order, the customer ID, customer with ID 2 has made a order of quantity 1 of product name TAG. Similarly, in next record, you can see the same customer has made another order of quantity 2 of another product, and so on. So let's assume our target is to check the customers with the number of orders. Okay, so how we will find out the customers with the count of orders they have done? So our queries would be like select star from cells. So in place of star, we will take customer ID, then count count of quantity we can take, or we can also take count of star. Then we'll do group by customer ID. Okay, let's run this query and you can see it gives us a result where the customer with ID 1 has made one order, 2 has made 4 orders, 3 has made one order, 9 has made two orders, and other two customers has made one order. Okay, so this is a sample example in which we are getting the number of orders made by each customer. Okay, so suppose we want to find out the customers who has made more than one order. Okay, so how we have to do? Let's make having. For that we actually have to use having clause, and we have to write it as having count star greater than 1. Okay, so if we run this query, it will give us the customer ID who has made more than one order. Got it right? So in our previous query, if you can see, only 2 and 9 who has made more than one order, and after adding having clause we can filter out them. Okay, so why we are using count star here? Suppose for count star we can use a alias, okay, field alias as a count star as rec count, record count, or we can also, instead of record count, let's give it as order count. Okay, so we are giving this alias here. So can we use this alias in our having clause? We'll comment it out, this count star order count. Okay, so let's run this query. This will not run. Okay, we'll get an error saying an expression of non-boolean type specified in the context where condition is expected near order count. Okay, because this alias doesn't work with having. Okay, so for having clause you actually uh, have to pass the original expression. Okay, original expression means you have to use count star only, then only it will work. Okay, so if this condition is true, and for those records will be returned, and for the record which it is false, it will not return those records. Okay, so if you want to find out the customers who has made only one order, you can write one. Okay, so if you want to find any customer who has made less than one order, has not made any order, so you can say write less than one. So basically you should not get any result here because we have all the customers who has, we are not joining with any, so this is not a valid scenario to check here. So basically this is one of the valid condition we checked. Okay, so this is, we are simply checking on the customer ID and number of orders. Okay, so if you can see, we have another column date here, and you want to check uh, who are the customers and the number of their orders placed in each year. Okay, so then we have to again group by our result with customer ID and year. Okay, year of purchase. So let's write year of, we have this date column for the, which is kind of date of order. So if we write this, then we also have to put this year of date after group by. Okay, so now if you run this query, you see it's now the result is kind little different. We see each customer and the number of order placed by them in each year. Okay, for 2019 or 20 or 21. Okay, and you can see 2, the customer with ID 2 has made one order in 2019, two orders in 2022, and one order in 2021. Okay, so suppose we want to see who are the customers made more than one order in a year. Okay, so if we add this count star to with having clause, we will find out only 2 is there who has made 2 orders in year 2020. Okay, and again to this year date you can add an alias like order year. Okay, so similarly whatever aggregate function you use here uh, in SQL, be it count star or sum of any field, maximum of any field, minimum of any field, average of any field, so that particular function with the original expression you can put it in the having clause and you can filter out your result. Okay, so it can allow all kind of comparators like greater than, less than, equals to, uh, between. Okay, so all kind of uh, comparator functions like or operators we have seen in my previous video, all kind of things you can use with having. Okay, and uh, it is always recommended if you are using a group by, uh, then use having and don't use where. So what having and difference between having and where, so it can be a question in your interview. So where is also a kind of filter, having is also kind of filter, they both do similar kind of work, but in a group by query you can also use where. Okay, so suppose here I can put a where clause, where. Okay, let's put a where here, where suppose I want to add where product name equal to product name equal to KPM. So now we will not run having initially, we'll first run till group by, then we'll go to having. Okay, so let's see what happens. So suppose uh, we are running this with where clause. Let's do a little some other stuff first, then we'll come here. Let's use this count star here. Okay, so now SQL allows you to both where and having along with group by. Okay, so we will first use the first part of the query where we are not using having, only where. Okay, so if we run this query, okay, so this doesn't work. Okay, so what it says is like where clause, it is like if it is aggregate function you have to use having. Okay, so this will throw you a error. So if you use having, the query runs successfully. Okay, but it's not like in having you have to only use the aggregator function with the expression, you can use some other conditions also. Okay, so let's see, suppose we are using this product name equal to KPM. Okay, my bad, we cannot take product name because product name is not there in the select statement, so we will take something which is there in select statement as there is a group by. So let's take, instead of product name we will take customer ID. Okay, some filter on the customer ID, so let's take customer ID equal to 2. First we'll run first part of our query where we are taking where. Okay, so if we run this query, it will give us these 3 result. Okay, 2 2 2 custom, because we have taken customer ID as 2, so it gives the only record for customer ID 2 with the order count. Okay, so if we don't use where and we use having, okay, Shall we get any difference? Let's see. See, I run this query and it gives the exact same result. Okay, just like few seconds or few minutes before I told, basically both does the same work. Where and having only when you are taking a filter condition on some field, okay, on some field data in our table or of the tables. Okay, so but when you want to add a filter condition on the aggregate function, any kind of aggregate function you use in your uh, query, so that time you have to use having. Okay, unless if you are not using a filter condition for aggregate function, then it you are okay to do use where or having. But if there is a aggregate function and you want to do some add some condition on those aggregate function, only having would work. Okay, just like for example count star was not working for where, but it will work for having. Okay, so I think that covers everything about having, and you got a clear idea when to use having, or what are the places when both having and where will work in a same manner, and you can use any of them, and what are the scenarios where you have to use having instead of where. Okay, or there can be some cases where you can use the like field level filters with where, and aggregator level filters, aggregator function level filters with having. Okay, so you are free to do that. You are always like write a query, run it, and check the output, validate it, then you implement it in your uh, code. Okay, so let's end the video over here, and in my next video we will see about SQL subquery. Okay, so stay tuned. See you soon. Please subscribe and like to my videos if you like it. Thank you so much.